Welcome into the Mental Health Hour and welcome to episode 105. Tonight, this episode, we are discussing the age of social media.
Mm-hmm.
This is always something to talk about, especially in the realm of mental health.
Oh,
It,
yeah.
it very much so, I wouldn't say it rules our lives, it rules some people's lives. I personally took a huge step back from social media a while ago.
Around about the time Penelope was born, probably.
But even before that,
I was going to say that does have an impact.
this broadcast has actually brought me further back into social media.
Mm.
Uh, I'm sure you can attest when we first started doing promotions and stuff for the show. I was like, "Can you handle all of the social media? Because I don't know how to do any of that
Yeah,
anymore."
you didn't have anything hardly either.
I
I
still
took it.
don't. I still don't get on Facebook at all.
No,
I
I've
swore
not.
that off. I swore that off when I turned 30 years old. So
Yeah.
that was 6 years ago for those counting. And
Oh,
I
let's not do age things. I turn a big number in a few weeks.
the big 40, huh?
Yeah. Oh God. I'm
And
having no more birthdays after that.
is
It's not
that a
happening.
stream night? No, the night before.
Day before.
The day
My
before.
birthday we go live, I think.
So the 27th we stream. I assume, unless you have
Let me
stuff
check
going
real
on, but
quick.
we'll have to celebrate.
Yeah, the 27th we
We'll celebrate
stream.
Gemma's birthday, the big 40.
Less of the big.
And you can catch all of that on social media. um, and Hattie says, "Wait, I'll be 47 on the 4th of October." And Mr. Gage is 59. Excellent. Yes, I'm merely 36, but I feel 78. Partly from the job and partly from not taking care of myself with the substance abuse and what have you. So when we started the day out, I guess I put in a texted Gemma early because this afternoon for me was going to be a bit hectic, and I wanted to get this stuff set up early, the broadcast set up, and of course, when we discussed talking social media, what was your first question? Where the hell are we going to go with this?
Yeah.
So it's a good question. There's a lot to potentially discuss.
Oh, we could do way more than an hour on this,
Oh,
easily.
absolutely. So what this is going to be like our first body image episode,
Mhm.
where we just kind of broad spectrumed it, and then we can break it down as we see fit in future episodes. So we'll
Mhm.
just take a look at the whole gamut, talk about some things. It's going to be kind of free flow. If anybody in the chat has anything to add, please feel free to throw it in there at any time. Any questions, anything you want us to discuss. And as well, if you are listening to the podcast, either watching a replay on YouTube or listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, any of the major podcasting networks, we're on all of them. If you're listening to the replay, feel free to drop comments, questions, concerns, anything like that, and we will, of course, get back to you. We like to stay active. I do, at least with the replays and stuff. And of course, as we always say, join the Discord. That's probably the best place to interact with us. And it's a great community.
Yeah, there's usually someone around to help if you need it.
Mhm.
If you're just waiting on one person, that can be, with time differences and stuff, difficult. But if it's urgent Discord, there's usually someone around.
Mhm. And so, starting off, of course, I have some slides and what have you, but just to start conversation, I thought I'd go into maybe why I took a bit of a step back. So I used to be on all of it: Facebook, MySpace, Twitter. I never,
Wonder how Tom's doing these days.
yeah, probably as well as the HAPS community. Eh, anyway, anyway, um, so I got on. Uh, I got on all the social media when I was in high school, and subsequently through college, and apparently I really got the Gemma with that one.
Sorry.
Oh my, Gemma's gonna take 5, and we'll be back in a sec. No, yeah. So I mean, I was on everything. I was doing Facebook quite frequently, uh, and it was enjoyable. It was, and then what happened, I don't wanna say, like, I grew out of it or anything. A part of me grew out of it. I could feel like it just wasn't fulfilling, or it didn't feel worth it, um, but at the same time, I had gone through a divorce. I was struggling with knowing what I already kinda knew, or admitting, I'm sorry, admitting what I feared, that I was in trouble with alcohol. It was beyond my control, and the depression, the unchecked, unregulated depression, anxiety, everything was mounting, and I wasn't getting any help because I wasn't asking for any help. I was trying to do everything I could to rectify my own life myself, and it just was not working. And
Mm,
one of the things I did to try and take control is to get rid of Facebook. It was very, very bad for my overall mental health because I couldn't get on there at that time in my life. I couldn't get on there without seeing everybody's fantastic
yeah,
day and life and month, and oh, we just had a baby, and oh, so and so's married, and oh, and here I am.
great house, great holidays, wonderful lives, all
I'm
of that. Yep,
losing,
I'm exactly the same.
yeah, and here I am losing everything around me
Mhm,
except my job. I mean, with I lost my first marriage. I lost subsequently the house from that, my truck,
mhm,
a lot of money.
mhm.
Don't even want to talk about how much money that cost me. And it
Yeah,
was
I can imagine.
my own doing, because I wouldn't admit that I was the problem, and I am and now don't get me wrong. Look, it wasn't 100% me. Uh, but my shit was 100% me. I'm 100% responsible for my 50%. Um, that being
Mhm,
said, I felt like my world was crumbling around me, and just to see everybody having such a spectacular time in their world. Not that I was jealous or anything, but it wasn't easy. It was not easy, and it was tearing me up. It was just very volatile for my mental health, and that is why I just got the hell off of Facebook. I said, "I'm hanging this up." It was my 30th birthday, and I just didn't need that anymore. So, yes, one of the things I tried to do to still have control over my own life and manage it without tanking it, I
Mm,
decided to get off of social media. That was my thing. And
yeah.
with and really ultimately it was just Facebook. I deleted Facebook entirely. Not that you really can. I think my Facebook was reactivated for this show, but
No, you made a new one, it had completely gone. You actually did. I helped you make another one.
ah, well,
So yeah, it gone.
anyway, if you look me up, I will be found on Facebook, but I don't ever get on that thing, and I probably never will again because even now that I am in a much happier place, I'm
Mhm.
where I wanted to be when I was going through my rough patch. I it still don't see any life changing, life altering information coming across the Facebook newswire that I won't catch, pertinent to living
Mhm.
uh, without Facebook, that I won't catch without having Facebook. A lot of people say, "Oh, I just keep Facebook because it keeps me in touch with my family." Uh,
Yeah,
I
that's
still,
why I have it and some friends and stuff, but and then for charity reasons, like with Thomas's charity thing, but I've significantly reduced my usage of it for the exact same reasons. Because you go on and you see everybody's perfect lives and how wonderful everyone's doing, and the people that you had absolute hell with at school, um, all of a sudden want to follow you and shit again, and then you're seeing how brilliantly they're doing, and you just think, "Well, shit," you know?
yeah.
And it did. It really, really made me at an all-time low with that as well.
Tony D checking in from work. Good to see you. Mark Gage earlier,
And Jim, we have Jim.
and Jim in Chicago. Thank you for the 50 bits. What's this? The Mental Health Hour has been recognized by Twitch as a recommended talk show and podcast. Really? Is that so? I didn't even know. They didn't send me anything. Or
Who says that?
I don't I don't know what that means, but I think it sounds pretty good. Um,
Where did that come up? On Twitch?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But thanks for the congratulations and thank you to Twitch for featuring us. But yeah, it's good to see you guys. Thanks again for the 50 bits and welcome on in. Uh, right now we're just discussing why I got off of social media. Now, I say social media. I need to reiterate again. I got off of Facebook. But when you look at I feel again, this is Tim Fields. This isn't canon verbiage here. This is Tim's opinion. Facebook or Meta, whatever you call it, is about 80% of social media. Does that seem fair? Like when somebody says, I'm not on social media, 80% of that is probably Facebook.
Elon would disagree, I think, however.
That's fair. That's very fair. Uh, if you took a poll of 100 people and they said which would be, and the question was, which would be the last social media platform you would delete, don't you think Facebook would win outright?
I think so, yeah, because, I mean, that's personally where I choose to share any personal things, because I can restrict the audience and you've got more control over who sees what there. Whereas with Instagram, although they have just made a new feature where you can post to close friends or everyone, but you still can't have the settings that you can with Facebook.
Mm,
So yeah, I personally would keep Facebook for that, and I have my friends and my family so that I can post to just specific people. Um, but yeah, I feel like most people would probably say that. Yeah, I think that's fair.
I figured that was, I mean, a fair statement. Maybe
Mm,
it's just commercialized more. I know that when I was on Facebook, I used it far more than Twitter, only because it seemed that everybody else kind of was congregated there.
mm,
At least the folks that you normally associate with. And Twitter, to this day, I get on Twitter and I see a couple of the folks that I follow filter through with tweets, but then a vast majority of it is just recommended tweets from celebrities, politicians, et cetera, companies, big companies. That's the reason that I think Facebook kind of wins. It's more personalized. Where Twitter is personalized. I mean, you can make your feed what it is. However, you're not getting that every message is from somebody you care about. Like you're getting a vast wealth of information all on one long feed, and maybe a couple of them sprinkled in are your friends. But that's neither here nor there. The topic at hand is social media and its effect on our mental health. Just giving up Facebook was a good start for me.
mhm.
It definitely made me feel not better, but it took some of that negativity away, which is so important.
Yeah.
Um, I needed far more than just that to get myself correct and to get off the substance and to get depression in check, etc. But that was a good step in the right direction because it took an unnecessary negativity out of my life.
Mm.
Gemma, have you taken extended breaks?
Oh, yeah.
Done with it? Do you have anything similar?
I have done things in the past, like remove the app from my phone. A couple of times I have disabled my profile for a little while. One wasn't that long ago, actually, just because I was sick of it. Um, but that is also when I went into inpatient therapy quite a few years ago. That is the first thing that they remove from you is your access to social media. And I think, oh my God, you put my comment. That was auto corrected. But yeah, that's something that can have a negative impact on you, but also I found it being very positive as well because I think every one of us here have met because of social media and streaming and things. But what worries me as a parent of a child growing up is that when you were at school and you were done at school, that was it. Because contact outside of school was difficult then, unless they turned up at your house. But now you can leave that school and they can still be at you, still find ways to contact you if you're on social media. So,
100%.
Yeah, but it is also very positive as well. We're not just gonna say about the negative. I can't say all things negative because it's changed my life for the better in some ways. But, yeah, like,
Yeah, I
some of
mean,
the best friends and things I've met through social media and live streaming and everything.
I don't wanna bash
It's just how
Facebook.
you use it. You just have to
Right.
use it's like
There
everything within limitation.
there is quite a
Um
bit of good that can come from
Mhm,
Facebook or any social media for that matter. A lot of resources are out there that are online via social media,
mhm.
especially for mental health. There is good opportunity for promotion and production, especially for something like this podcast that we do. And yeah, it's not all bad. I just, I guess, had tunnel vision at the time, and everything I saw or chose to see was just negative.
When you're in that frame of mind, that's all you're gonna pick up anyway.
Right.
Just other things that make your mood just plummet, and I do the same. And at the end of the day, who's gonna post on social media? Well, I mean, some people do. Some people will post their meals and shit on there all the time, but who's gonna post that they're having a really shit day? Not many people. You're only seeing a very small snippet of their lives, of what they choose to share.
Yeah.
But when you are having an absolute hell of a time, you automatically focus in on that because that just makes it
Well,
more,
and
"Oh,
nobody wants
everything's going wrong for me, I'm having a shit time," and
nobody
yeah, I
wants
I do that all
to
the time.
be judged uh, at the end of it. Nobody wants to air their dirty laundry or air their bad day
Mm,
because it might put them in a bad light or it might make them look human. There's there's absolutely nothing wrong with sharing some negativity if you're having a bad day.
mm,
'Cause, I mean, talking about things is exactly how we can't expect we can't be expected to just know that you're having a bad go at it today and stay the hell out of your way if you don't tell us, right? It's
yeah,
the same thing. Um, however, the it does bring the point of if all you post is just negative, bad day, this, that, and the other, then you kind of get labeled as, you know,
mm.
insert whatever keyboard warrior insult you can for all the folks that are following you. Patty says, for me, social media is all how you use it. And when I know a family member or friend is secretly having a hard time, I tend to post something encouraging on my page. And it's surprising when you find out it opens a conversation or makes them feel better.
Yeah,
And that's a great use uh, of the platforms. And it still all hinges on them letting you know
that's what I've
that,
been trying to do with our, Instagram, the mental health, our Instagram, post positive quotes and things on there.
yes,
Mm,
I
and
have seen those. They are good.
currently working on some merch as well for it, so that will hopefully be done soon.
Excellent. Let's take a look at some of these slides. Kind of a no real. I got to post those in the Discord as well. All the slides and everything from shows past you can find in our Discord. The first slide, there's no real order to these. They kind of just cover the broad spectrum. So just a quick one here to start off.
Okay, so signs social media is affecting your mental health. So it distracts you from work. You use it to escape bad emotions. you're being trolled or cyberbullied, you spend more time online than with your family and friends, and feelings of anxiety, depression, and loneliness are spiking.
That's exactly why I left Facebook in a nutshell.
Mhm. I
I
think what's
won't.
hard though is because of COVID, that made everybody have to turn to some sort of social media.
Right. I wouldn't say that I was using it to escape bad emotions. I would say quite the opposite, that it was causing bad emotions, um, and
Mhm.
cognitive distortions. None of a lot of the way I felt probably wasn't even true. I was just projecting. Um, and I also wasn't being trolled or bullied, but in a way, it kind of feels bullying when everybody's having so much fun and such a great time, and you're just in the shit, you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've had the bullying and crap,
So,
but I
um,
think sometimes, my opinion and my experience of it with the people that I know, it generally seems to be more women that I'm not saying that this is for everyone, but if you're a woman on the internet, you do seem to be more open to getting disgusting comments and things. That's not saying that men don't get it. I know they do. But yeah, um,
yeah.
that was I have that's how I've had to do it now. When I'm having a bad day, I won't go on and look. I've turned notifications off for messaging and things,
Mhm.
except for certain people and things like that, because I need to be in the right frame of mind when I go and check that. So a couple of times a week, I will go and check my other inboxes and things. Um, so if it's ever urgent, then Discord, because I will check that.
Yeah.
But usually, because there's so many different inboxes, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, all sorts of things. And I'm bad at checking one, never mind multiple.
Yeah,
But
that's become the thing too. It
mm,
you can probably add that to this list. Um,
mm,
I guess it kind of falls under spending more time online than with family and friends, but it also just becomes a chore. It becomes a homework assignment to
yeah, I
to
have to be in the right frame of
maintain.
mind to be able to go and check the messages. So, yeah, I've only got notifications on for certain things and at certain times of the day as well. I've got it set now that my iPhone will shut off all notifications at around 9 o'clock because I was finding that that was affecting my sleep massively.
The Apple phone, yes, the do not disturb.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the better things they put into phones and iPads and such.
Yeah, because you can actually make it so that certain apps will not pop up or disturb you at all during certain times. And I have that because I need to make sure that I'm in the right frame of mind to deal with anything that might be in my inbox. So if I'm going to open it up and there's an absolute barrage of crap in there and I'm already having a bad day, that's just going to tip me over the edge.
It actually allows your brain to rest too, as far as
Mm,
your phone won't keep going off and lighting up the room and, "Oh, I wonder who that was," and this, that, and the other, and yeah, so it allows you to actually get some rest. Um, let's take a look at the next slide. This one is particular to the UK.
right. So 66% of people believe social media companies have a duty to provide users protect users' mental health. So this is a survey done in the UK of 4,000 adults with one or more social media accounts. So yeah, 66% of people believe that social media companies have a duty to protect users' mental health. And then when asked which steps they could take, 56% want tips on accessing helplines or supportive communities underneath posts that might be triggering. 64% said sensitive posts should carry a trigger warning. Now, some are actually doing that, I've noticed, not all of them. Or the next one where it says 50% want to easily hide sensitive contents. I am not doing well with this. Oh dear. 53% asked for clear guidelines on how users should not interact with one another. And then 73% would like to see people who troll permanently banned. And then how well are social media companies safeguarding users' well-being right now? And it says this is from all respondents, so assuming that not everybody responded to this. 53% feel they are not doing well, and 4% feel that they are doing well. I personally would be within that 53%. Because I have reported things that absolutely should not be on social media, and you just get does not violate community guidelines and all that rubbish.
Mhm.
So, no, I don't think they are doing enough at all. They are better than they used to be, but they're certainly not doing enough.
So a lot of it's relied on by automated bots.
Yeah, I
Um,
think they need real people as well. Like, I
that's
think they
one
could
of the
get
nicer
some.
things about streaming is you can assign moderators, and
Yeah.
and you know who they are, you trust them, and it's personal that
Mhm.
way. You're not relying on a chat bot to pick up on some keywords or um, red flags that it's programmed to see
Yeah.
or find in your news feed or whatever.
The bot thing was terrible. I think it was Periscope, where I went through a phase of having my name moderated, and it's the same name I've always used for a long time, still the one that's on here, and every single time I commented, it was moderated because of my name. So bots aren't 100% yet. They are certainly coming on. We have all this AI now and everything, so things are improving. But I still think they're nowhere near ready to totally take the job of humans.
Yeah.
But anything that can make internet safer is always a good thing.
We'll definitely get more involved with the cyberbullying side of things, even if we have to make another show out of it. We've done one, but there's a lot to talk about
I could
there.
potentially get a guest for that actually.
Sure. Um, and then moving on to this one.
So yeah, this is applying the five systems model to social media use. So we'll start at the top and go clockwise. So thoughts, other people are better than me. People are having a better time than me, and other people look better than me. We've just gone through that. That can massively affect like body dysmorphia and things like that. Another reason which I had to use and take a step back. So feelings of low self-worth, low self-confidence, sadness and jealousy. Behaviors, avoiding other people, increased time on social media, and poor sleep pattern. And then physical sensations, sleeplessness, lower energy levels, and stomach pain. And situation, looking at social media, comparing self with others. Maybe should have done that first. But yeah, that's covering a lot of what we've already discussed.
Yeah. It, the only reason I threw this on, I know it's kind of reiterating. Um, it's throwing it into the five systems model, just social media in itself, and uh, I thought it was interesting. Um, if you don't know, I will post some more information on that so we can keep rolling. As I hear a baby girl wide awake now. Um,
Okay.
but I'll post some more information on the Discord, and I'll tweet it out as well about the five systems model. It's interesting. Moving forward to the last four slides are all part of one slide. I just had to break it up. Um, Lots of information. these are all mental health and social media statistics and
Mhm.
factoids. So, Gemma, I'm gonna let you take it away, and I'm gonna disappear for a minute and check on our little one here.
Okay, yeah. So around 96% of the adult age population uses a smartphone, while the rest have any kind of mobiles. On average, users spend 3 to 4 hours per day on social media channels and messaging applications. Around 71% of Americans keep their phones next to them while sleeping. Around 45% of people use social media instead of sleeping during the night and often checking their phones. More than oops, it's gone out. More than SS 500 million, what? More than 500 million stories are uploaded on Instagram on a daily basis globally. More than 210 million people suffer from social media and internet addiction globally. 90% of drivers accept they use social media while driving vehicles, and around 35% of social media users find difficulty in sleeping due to overusage of screens. A lot of that's got to do with like the blue lighting and things, but I have also done it where I will look at something online thinking I'll just have a quick look. Then I ended up looking at something else, going down a rabbit hole, and then hours and hours later, I'm still awake at like 3, 4 in the morning. Let me just see if this is the next one. A survey claimed that 97% of teenagers aging between 13 years to 17 years have at least one social media account. On average, 90% of the US youth are active on social media channels. UAE tops the chart of active social media population with 99% of people using social media platforms. Around 51% of people log into social networks more often than they did 2 years ago, and about 89% of students felt phantom vibrations when they were craving to receive notifications. That's
So
funny 'cause I've often thought, "Is that my phone?"
exactly. So that I wanted to stop there for a minute, because that's that's very pertinent.
Mm,
It's becoming, or it's become so. What? How do I want to say this? You have become so enveloped or engulfed by social media. It is
mm.
now, you're now feeling um, the. Would you call that like the effects of withdrawal, like a phantom vibration
Yeah.
or a craving, like you want something, it's not there, but you swear you feel it, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's even easier though now to check social media because it can come up on smartwatches and stuff, and you're just there. And that doesn't really get counted into your daily usage because you're not realizing you're doing it when you're just looking on your watch and things. And it is so easy. And then other smart devices that I won't name because there's one right behind me. But
Yes.
yes, even those, and they will give you things from your social media and everything. You can get it to bring it up. It is just smart TVs, everything. It
Everything,
is
the whole
so
works.
easy to access social media now.
Um, let's
Right.
quickly run through
Sure.
these,
Okay.
preferences. I thought these were pretty interesting as well.
Yeah. Okay. So about 58% of social media users don't go an hour without using their phone. Good grief. About 37% of social media users feel unpleasant if they cannot go online to check social media messages. About 52% of US adults get their news on social media than newspapers. YouTube has 2 billion active users on a monthly basis. Snapchat has 210 million daily active users. and Twitter has 330 million daily active users. Pre-Elon, probably. Anyway. About three-quarters of the globe will be accessing the internet from their smartphones by 2025. A study says single and young females are more social media addicted than any. Every second, a new Facebook profile is created.
Nuts.
Yeah, I can believe
Nuts.
that. So many bots and fake profiles lately. About 69% of millennials have fear of having FOMO due to social media addiction, fear of missing out. Facebook is the major contributor of FOMO by 72%, Instagram by 14%, Twitter by 11%, and Pinterest by 8%.
So there you go. That kind of confirms what I was saying at the beginning.
Yeah,
Facebook with a commanding lead in the
massive.
forefront of social
Yeah.
media.
About 27% of people use social media right away after they wake up. About 56% of users are afraid to miss out on status posts, event posts, and others if they don't visit social networks. And a lot of that is now, I think, is to do, especially the younger generation, people thinking that they can get fame from social media. Ever
Yes,
since the TikTok boom and stuff now, and that's how they're telling you if you want fame through social media, you've got to keep posting, 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 posting. And
content
that is
creators has,
yeah, and
I'm sorry, influencers have.
influencers, content creators, that is now deemed as a valid job. And people can make more money on that than they can spending years and years qualifying for a doctor, a
It's quite
surgeon, a
frustrating.
teacher. And it's absolutely devastating. It made me
20-year-old kid driving around in a
see
Lamborghini, and
what
I'm
some
busting
I
my
was
ass working
yeah,
60 hours a week just to make it, you know?
I
Uh,
came across somebody's, TikTok account the other week, and they had millions of followers, and they just posted this video of a car. It was a Tesla car that they just managed to get. The guy was like mid-20s, I think, and he was saying about how to do content creating and things and how much you can get paid for one post. And I just felt sick to my stomach thinking he's getting paid more for one post than I used to do getting paid 2 full months doing teaching.
I'll bet he uses reach.
God, don't get me. Oh God, I'm
Uh,
sure he does not.
oh my.
Sure they don't.
So those last 2 slides were mainly about social media. Um, this is more towards the mental health side of things, these next 2, Gemma, if you could dig in.
If you're wanting me to continue functioning, don't mention that.
Just I had to get
Oh
another one
my
in there.
God. Oh, you got me
The
twice.
setup was perfect. I mean,
I mean, yeah, I to when I
every
think
bit.
of no, I won't go there. Anyway, let's go on. Um, the rate of major depression in a year has grown by 63% in adults aged 18 to 25. Out of all the population active on the internet, only 5% of the population consider it to be a positive place to be. Wow. Makes you wonder why they do it. Yeah, blooper reel content for sure. He's totally wrecked me twice tonight with that. About 1 in 5 individuals, so 51.5 million, claim to have mental illnesses in the US. On average, 4 in 10 Americans have faced online harassment. That is a lot. Around 38%, which is 1 in 3 adults, believe social media is doing major harm to society. Around 25% of teenagers have had a negative impact due to social media usage. Around 10% of teenagers reported being bullied on social media and receiving offensive comments. And teenagers who face cyberbullying have claimed they face problems like social media, mental health issues, and behavioral problems.
And
And
then
then
finally,
these ones, so adolescents who spend 5 hours or more on social media are likely to show depressive symptoms, oh my god, 2 times faster than others. Lowering screen time by 30 minutes will ease anxiety, sleep problems, depression, and fear of missing out. Around 94% of participants in a survey felt disturbed when they didn't have their mobile phones, and 70% panicked when they felt it missing or lost. Around 63% of Instagram users feel miserable mentally. Around 43% of teenagers get depressed when they get a few likes on social media posts. That's so true as well. It can get you think if you spend
it's
so
nuts.
long doing something and then because there are people there that are purely doing it driven for fame, and it
Yeah,
can be
absolutely.
so yeah, wow. On average, 1 out of 5 US adults will be having a serious mental health condition at any given year. Social media has impacted mental health and caused depression in 32% of users. About half of the mental disorders begin at the age of 14, and excessive use of social networks result in poor mental health, such as low self-esteem.
So
High numbers.
like I said, all of these slides will be in the Discord. I like these last 4 slides. Just a lot of information and
Mm,
factoids, and good things to talk about for future episodes. Um, I really thought that that number, about 32% of users say social media impacted mental health and caused depression. I thought that would be a lot higher. But again, these numbers are um, derived from polls that 100% rely on absolute truth and responses. First of all, you got to respond to the poll. You got to cast a vote, and second of all, you got to be honest about it.
mm.
So statistics, are they skewed? Are they can they be looked at as absolute truth? Maybe not always, but
Yeah.
it still gives us a good estimate of what we're looking at, and I thought that number would be higher in particular. Um,
Well, I guess some people won't realize because, like, when I was going through the depression and everything, right at the start, especially and until I'd actually seen a professional, I wasn't aware how much it was really affecting my health. Um, I knew I knew that I was miserable by seeing how well other people were doing and thinking to myself of all the crap that's happened in my life, no longer working, single mom, can't go out, got no friends, don't go anywhere, not had a holiday for years, all that shit.
yeah,
Um, so yeah, sometimes I don't think people will realize, and I just wondered if that might be a good thing we could do in the Discord is if I set up a couple of polls just purely for our own purpose, just to see what people think in our community. I'll set those up after this broadcast, and then we can just purely just to have a look and maybe open a discussion in Discord about it.
yeah, that'd be good. Absolutely. I got
Yeah,
a
look
sick,
at
sick
something.
little baby girl, so she don't want to leave my side right now. Just a little cold though, so nothing's too bad.
Bless
So yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that on the Discord. You say?
Yeah, yeah, I'll
Um,
do it after the, show, and then we
I
can
had to
talk.
have a good laugh when I left initially when I heard her stirring uh, one of the last things I said before I left the chair was I'll post everything on Discord or tweet it out as well. So here I am. We're getting ready to talk about slides on social media and its detrimental effects to your mental health if kept unchecked. And I'm gonna, promote it on social media and send it out to you. It's just, it's a bit,
The
a
irony.
pure bit of irony. Um,
I mean, anything used in moderation is fine, and
Absolutely. And I'm not saying
social
social
media
media
has
isn't
massively, massively improved my life in the ways of like, obviously, I have a partner who I met that way. Um, I have a lot of friends, and some of my closest friends, yourself included, I met on social media.
Yeah.
It helped me overcome my fear of agoraphobia, because I would never go out or anything.
Who's
Um,
that then?
but yeah, it really did.
So, um, okay. Well, we are out of slides, and I think we're about out of patience too. Um, anyway, that is a brief yet albeit blanket
Mm.
overview of social media. She's got
Oh,
FOMO, and that was the other thing to kind of point out was the number of times FOMO was used. Um, that's a real thing. It's one of those
oh
newer
yeah,
words, but it's a real thing, and it's been around forever. We just didn't call it FOMO. Nobody abbreviated it, but
that's happening a lot.
yeah, everybody has experienced that, and
Mm.
that too can be not debilitating, but it can play a significant factor on your daily mental health. Um, but anyway, I hope that we covered some good
Mhm.
information. I hope that moving forward with our upcoming episodes, uh, we won't be doing it back to back to back, but um, in the near future, I hope we've opened a door to go down some other avenues specific to this topic, kind of like we did with body image. And then we'll take a look. Also, I would like to do an episode in the near future on maybe the benefits of social media and mental health, or for mental health, because there are. It's not all cons. There are pros, as we've discussed, um, and it's worth doing an episode. Not, I guess, to take a look at the positive side of things as well. We don't want
Mhm.
to just be um, seen as bashing anything and everything we talk about,
Oh,
or
no.
the detrimental sides of everything.
There's so many positives. Like, people say who can't get out of the house, maybe physical disability, illness, and then during COVID, when we weren't allowed out, that kept everyone connected.
Yeah,
So it is a really good thing, and you can go on social media and you can see anywhere in the world that you've never been and have a look. Loads of different things. That was what was great about Periscope. With the map, you could open that up, click on somewhere, and hopefully within reason,
yeah,
get a good one and see different parts of the world, meet people with common interests, and get chatting, and it would be
mhm,
great. It can be such a
definitely.
really good place.
Oh, it's definitely something to look at moving forward down the road. Absolutely. Um, and Hattie's jumping in saying she would even join. How about that? Um,
It would be great to have her
so
on. She's been here
we
for
will we'll look into that. Um, there's just I don't want our show to be viewed as the negative side of everything because
oh, no.
mental health works both ways.
Mhm.
We a lot of times we talk about and we see the negative side of things because that's what we need to address. But there are positive things that happen daily to your mental health. Some probably without you even realizing it. It's just as first natured as blinking or breathing, um, but it does affect you as everything does in either a positive or negative way. Um,
And I've had
so
messages as well about saying how much we've helped people, or people that have reached out and asked for help with things, and I've been able to do that. And so, yeah, another positive. And I think mental health is certainly getting more of a positive reception from people than it used to do.
definitely,
The more we talk about it and discuss these things, the more open people will be. Obviously, there's always going to be people, no matter what you are discussing, that will disagree with anything you say. But for the majority of people, it's somewhere helpful and positive.
that's truth. All right. Well, it's time for community calendar.
Yep,
Let's
I
take a
bought
look at what's coming
hot
up.
chocolate.
Uh, we've got, of course, Catalyst uh, right here on Twitch with our good friend at Jim in Chicagoland. There, you can click his name. You can just type in at
Let
Jim
me
in
just
Chicagoland
put
on your
that one
search,
there. There he is.
and please. Oh, and he's bringing back Twitch Blitz as well for football season. So follow Jim. Catch you on Catalyst tonight. Great broadcast. Also, a ray of sunshine. I don't know if I saw him tonight, and he's gonna miss if he's not here. He's gonna miss the debut of his new command, which I did.
He
Uh,
did it, and he's not here to see it.
check out a ray of sunshine, our good friend of the show, longtime subscriber. Um, he's on YouTube now,
Mhm.
doing big things on YouTube. So there's the link for his channel. Give it a follow or a subscribe, as they call it on YouTube, um, and help him grow that community in that channel for him. Gemma, of course, my co-host on the Mental Health Hour, she does her own streaming over on her Twitch channel,
Yeah,
and
it was live last night.
there's her link for YouTube as well, and her bio link. You can catch everything Gemma if you want more Gemma in your life.
I'm on all the social media.
There you go. Um, and so, lastly, for all things bunny, please check out our good friend Ella the Bunny Mom. There's one of her bunnies, and Penelope loves these things. Um, yeah, that's one of her favorites. Um, check her out. Go to her website, mybunnyvalentine.com. Use the promo code FireDude15 for 15% off your purchases, and you can get one of these things as well. And help Ella support and her mission of rescuing rabbits globally. And don't forget to please join the Discord. The Discord link, invite link is active. It's always active. It should never expire. Please come on in, join our community on Discord, and join in the conversation.
Yeah,
Um, so,
and I'll put the poll up when we finished, so if you can answer that, that would be great.
the poll.
Yeah, the
Oh,
poll.
yes,
We'll do
the
those.
poll on Discord. Thank you.
Yeah,
All
I'll
right,
do that.
guys. That will be all for us. We'll be back here again next week. Still working on that schedule, but as you see, things are slow. It took me 3 weeks to get Ray's command changed. Um, so the schedule is coming. We have three guest interviews that I know of confirmed that want to come on the show. It's just hammering out when their availability is, and I don't want to schedule something that's not set in stone. So just keep your eyes peeled. Give us a little patience. We'll get a set schedule out soon,
Mhm.
as we can hammer out those final details. All right. We will catch you guys next week, right back here on the Twitch channel for the live stream, and then of course it will be across all podcasting networks and, of course, on the YouTube. See you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.